Hi everyone, my name is Karen Engel and I am your research writing instructor for this next 8 weeks, and I'm looking forward to getting to know each one of you throughout the class. Sorry it took me an extra day to get this video up, but hopefully most of you have already read my welcome announcement. And this is pretty much going to say the same thing as what that announcement said, so you can always refer back to that. But I wanted to introduce myself and give you a little bit of an idea of my background. I've been teaching online courses with Moody for about 4 years, both research writing, this class, and then college writing. I have a master's in biblical studies and theology from Western Seminary. I taught high school English for many years. I currently own an editing company called Eastgate Editing, where I specialize in preparing manuscripts for mostly self-publishers, but a couple publishing houses, primarily academic and theological work for the Christian market. So I've done that for many years as a freelance editor. But for the last year, I've been working as a copy editor for Faith Life Corporation, which many of you might know as Logos Bible Software. You probably use it. And so that has been just a great experience, and that's been part of my husband and my plan to relocate to Northern Washington. Faith Life is located right up before the border in Northern Washington. So it's been a great experience, and has allowed me to really kind of dive into the Christian publishing market a little bit more. So as you can probably tell, I love the written word, and I'm passionate about God's word. And my goal in this class is to help you become better and stronger writers. And so there's going to be a lot of assignments that Moody requires you to fulfill to pass this class, but my goal for you is to leave the class a better and stronger writer than before you began. So a little bit about me. So we are living up in Northern Washington right now. We have a daughter who married a Canadian and lives just over the border in BC, and a son who is in his 3rd year at Oregon State. And they're doing great. They love the Lord, and we're thrilled about that. That's just something we've prayed about since before they were born, and they're doing well. And so there's nothing better we could ask for. I love anything outdoors. I love to bike and run, but I also love reading and doing any kind of studying of the Word. That just fills me up. Let's see, moving on to the class. If you've reviewed the syllabus, you've probably already figured out that this is a unique class. So every assignment that you do, every assignment that you submit, leads up to one final research paper, and that's worth 40% of your grade. And this method is called scaffolding, and it just means that one assignment builds upon the next. And so you'll submit assignments every week. You'll receive feedback from me, from other students, revise the problems on those assignments that you maybe you had or maybe you did not have, and then submit revised assignments based on that. And so I would highly recommend that you address the issues that that I point out and that other students point out as you go, and not leave them until the very end. If you do this, then when you go to write your final paper, it will be much easier to finish because you would have already done the work ahead of time. If you leave it until the end, it's going to be a hefty amount of work. So that would be my best advice that I could give you. Every week you will take part in a discussion board. If you've been with Moody online courses, you've probably done that before. And that basically is to take the place of live discussion time. And so there'll be a question every week that you'll need to respond to by Friday, 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure that you know what time that is according to where you live. And then you'll need to read and respond to at least 2 of your classmates' initial posts by the following Monday at 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. And that's really when all of your assignments come in, is at, just before midnight on those Mondays. So this means that your first discussion board will be due this Friday, October 19th, no later than 11:59 p.m. CST, and then your 2 responses to your classmates' posts will be due on Monday, October 22nd by 11:59 p.m. CST. And I do grade these discussion posts. They're a really easy way to gain points, but they're also an easy way to lose points. So I'll be looking for responses that are thoughtful and engaging, not just quick answers to check off your list, but really that you took the time to think about it, and then to engage with students in your response postings. So make sure you look over the rubric that is in the course so that you know what I'll be looking for, and then you should be fine. Let's see. On that note, check out the resources area there, and sorry for the dings that keep going off. I think that's my phone. But check out the resources area, because there's a lot of information in those folders that either the course doesn't put out for you in the week-to-week assignments, or I may not even reference it, but they're there for you. And then I'm going to be sending you also some things along the way that I think may be helpful, and I usually try to do that based on what I'm seeing coming through from the assignment. So if it looks like a bulk of the class is struggling with comma splices, then I might do a lesson on that just to help out. And send you either some documents or some extra videos. So let's see. You're going to want to look over MLA's website, as they have updated it recently, and in the hard copy of this announcement, which is in the announcement area in Blackboard, I gave you some links to look at. You'll want to bookmark those and become familiar with those, because you'll reference them quite a bit. And you're also going to be referencing, I don't think I have this in the hard copy, but the Purdue OWL website. And the reason that we have you going to Purdue and have you going to MLA is because the book that we're using, Lester and Lester, which is an excellent book, there's been a revision to it. So we are using the 15th edition, but there is now a 16th edition. But we don't have all of our courses and the assignments that go with the courses updated yet to that 16th edition. So we are having you use the 15th edition as your book, your resource, but then we're going to be having you really lean on that Purdue website for how to do citations. And I'm going to walk you through that, and the course will walk you through that. So I don't want you to worry about that right now, but just know that's why we're using that edition and why we're sending you to some other resources as well. Though this is an introductory week, these assignments are important because it really is going to set everything up for your paper. You're going to pick your thesis this week and start to be thinking about what you want to write about for the next 8 weeks. So make sure you read the syllabus from the beginning to the end. Watch and review the video that Moody posted. You have some chapters to read in Lester and Lester's book, the Writing Research Papers book. And then you have a few PDFs to read. And I know it sounds like a lot, but if you can kind of hunker down and dig into that, I think it'll set you up well. And please, I can't stress highly enough to do these assignments as far as the reading, watching the videos, looking at the PDFs. Do those things before you try to complete your first assignment, because if you do the assignment and just sort of do the reading, I can often tell that that's what's going on, because we've got some specific things that we want you to be working on and looking for. So anyway, your first assignment is due Monday, October 22nd by 11:59 p.m. And then I'd also recommend printing out the final research paper instructions and maybe hole punching them and putting them in a binder and keeping it with you throughout the rest of the class, along with any other handouts that I give you or Moody gives you. And just so that you've got that resource that you can refer to quickly, because I will be referring to it, and I know Moody refers to it. especially if you've got some things that you're having a hard time with, I may say, hey, go back and look at that research paper instruction handout and see if you're following it. So see if you can do that. As far as contacting me, I'm available over email as well as by cell if you have any questions, especially if you need immediate answers to questions. You can always text me. I ask students, if you do send me an email, send me a text as well, because if I know that I have an email sitting there, I can get back to you much quicker, especially if I'm away from my computer. So do that. I know I'm asking a little bit more by following up with that text, but it really does help speed things up. The best way to communicate with me is over email, and it's karen.engle@moody.edu. And my last name is spelled E-N-G-L-E. And if you do text, try to do so between 7 a.m. and 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm on the West Coast. And let's see what else. As far as late work, I follow Moody's guidelines for late work. Late work. You can see page 8 of the student handout or handbook to read all about that. But basically, if you miss the discussion board posts, you lose credit unless it's approved by me. They're very simple. It doesn't take long to do it, so try to get those in on time. Other written assignments submitted late and accepted by me are reduced by a minimum of 5% of the total assignment points per day or part of a day on which the work is submitted late. And then after 7 calendar days, no late work is accepted. So at this point, you'll receive a 0. So make sure to get those assignments in on time. And you can refer to the Moody Student Handbook if you have any questions about that. And I think that's it for now. I know that's a lot. I'm really looking forward to meeting you. I know that some of you have already been posting your introductions, and it's been fun to read about them. So try to do that, and I jump in and read about your classmates, because even though we're online, we really get to know each other well just through those introductions, and it kind of helps us then as we go into the discussion boards to know who we're responding to and what they're doing in their life and kind of the trajectory of their courses and their goals in life. So anyway, thanks so much, and good luck with your first assignments, and hope you're having a good week so far. Take care. Bye-bye.